You ask runners why they run. You guys just did the half marathon.
What's the name of it?
Runner Talk.
Runner Talk.
Okay. Why do you guys push limits so often?
I mean, I'm just trying to be the best version of myself and, share that journey with other people, hopefully encourage other people to do the same.
Yeah.
Which he's done, because I've never run in my life and I started running because of him.
Right,
yeah.
right. And I saw it was your 4th half marathon.
Yeah.
What would be your number one tip that you learned along the way that you would tell somebody else?
I mean, I think the biggest thing was training. I usually do couch to race, so even a little bit of training. I only did like 92 miles over the course of 12 weeks, but it still made a giant difference. I had a 28-minute PR.
Right.
Yeah.
That's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
And you did the speed project. You did the Boston Marathon. You did this. You have an ultra coming up. What is your secret to recovering so freaking fast?
Oh, the secret to recovery? I mean, I think the biggest thing is just consistency. Like, do this stuff. It doesn't happen overnight. I've been running for like 7 years now. There's no way I could have done this 7 years ago. So just like keep showing up, keep being consistent, and a lot of patience too. You just, take it one day at a time, 1 mile at a time sometimes. So just keep showing up, be patient, be consistent. That's the biggest thing.
100%. And in terms of lifting and running, what would you tell somebody that says you can't lift heavy and run fast?
I mean, I think it's one of the biggest misconceptions is lifting's gonna slow you down from running and vice versa. But I think lifting helps so much. It's, stronger joints, stronger muscles, more muscular endurance. And I don't know, you feel good, you look good. I think it's a secret to running faster, honestly.
Yeah, 100%. And in terms of your training style and everything like that, what would you tell somebody in your content? It's always very personable. It's very you. You're never shying away from who you are. What would you tell somebody that maybe is afraid to do that and doesn't find as much enjoyment because they're so worried about what everybody else thinks?
Honestly, what I do is I post and I ghost. I don't get on there and read comments. I just do me. And if people don't like it, don't watch. But I'm just going to keep putting me out there and hope it inspires someone else to do it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And last thing, you talked about ego in one of your last posts.
Yeah.
In terms of everything, while you build such a big community in the running community and do all these successful things and being fast and lifting a lot and all these races, how do you not let ego get in the way of who you are and always let you be you?
Yeah, the ego is the enemy. Sometimes you just gotta let go of it, not care what other people think. I think the most powerful thing you can do is just be yourself. Don't try to be like somebody else. Don't try and follow trends. Just own who you are, and I think that's the best thing anybody can do.
Yeah. And last thing, what's your best motivational speech for any viewer?
Oh, just keep going. I mean, like I said, consistency, patience, that's the biggest thing. Just keep focusing on that next thing you're tackling, and the only time you're gonna fail is if you quit, if you don't keep going. So as long as you just keep going, you can't fail.
I'm not really sure. Anything David Goggins has to say inspires me.
100%.
Or Jeremy Miller.
Yeah. Congratulations. Number one, what inspired you to do this?
Honestly, getting the Alphalete team back into community events.
Yeah.
That comboed with I've been choosing jogging for my cardio this year.
Yeah.
So it was a pretty wild. The most I'd ever done is 6 miles, on Tuesday.
Right,
So this is definitely a big shock, but was able to do pretty good, I think.
Yeah, 100%. And in terms of lifting and running, how do you combine all that?
They're definitely to be honest, lifting and trying to get bigger and build. It's not fully compatible with running, if I'm just being completely honest.
Right.
But the way I did it was just shorter jogs, so 25-minute jogs, 5-6 times a week.
Yeah.
And maybe one longer jog a week, and then just kind of showing up and. Literally, I was kind of in the send it mentality, for this to see if I could do it.
100%.
So,
And half marathon, absolutely ripped. Building Alphalete, which is insane. How do you manage to do all of that at once?
I find that when I give myself, or actually when I push myself to be more dedicated in my fitness, so in my dieting and my training and my cardio, and kind of being sure I'm ticking all the boxes, it somehow makes me more productive in my businesses. Versus when I let business sort of consume me and I get really caught up in the weeds and I sort of start neglecting my personal goals.
Yeah.
I don't even want to say health, but personal goals.
Yeah.
I find that I kind of become less effective at business, less effective in my personal goals. So it's tackle and cover your health and your goals first. And when you do that, it almost gives you more energy to, do all the work.
100%. And while you've been building so many successful things with everything that you're doing, do you ever take a chance to sit back and reflect, or is there ever a moment where it's I just need to keep going one more? How do you kind of manage to reflect on the things you've done while also building on top of what you're already doing?
It's definitely a combo of both. I mean, definitely there's moments where I don't want to say sit back and relax, but I'll kind of take a pause, take it in for a second, and just kind of be grateful for everything that's happened. But there's a lot of work to do. So, and that's just every day is a new journey, and every day we need to start with the sprint.
Yeah.
And I just try to look at day by day and not like year by year or anything.
Yeah. And mentally, what do you tell yourself when it gets hard, when shit hits the fan? What do you tell yourself to just push past that mental block?
You can choose to let roadblocks hold you back. You can choose to harp on them. You can choose to spend hours calling your friends, talking about, oh, this and that and that. What do you think I should do? What do you think I should do? But ultimately, give yourself 5-10 minutes, let it suck, feel the emotions, but then you just got to move on. The quicker you can learn to react and move on from situations, the better you're going to execute your goals, honestly. I think the people that linger on problems too long are usually the people that don't accomplish as much.
Yeah. And through all that, while you maintain such a great physique and athleticism, what is your diet like, and how important do you think it is on your day-to-day?
Diet for the physique, like speaking diet for physique, macro, it's everything. I mean, diet for me it's a number one way to manipulate your physique. Yeah. I'm on a very strict, I'm doing my macros, doing my meals. I'm pretty low on my carbs still, like on a normal, but then I let myself kind of let loose a little bit when I travel and things like that. Right. Ends up kind of balancing out and helping me sort of maintain around the weight I'm at now, which is like 195. So I mean, nutrition's everything. Like, you can't really have it all without being dialed in, to be honest. So just another thing, you got to be sure you're checking all those boxes, and when you check them all, everything becomes easier.
Yeah. And what would you define as discipline through all of this?
Discipline through all of it, I would just say, is showing up as cliche as it sounds, like every day is just you don't look at the week, don't look at the month, just look at the day. Yeah. And if you fall off at the end of the day, I fall off a lot of days at the end of the night when I'm snacking, whatever, on my nutrition. But every morning when you wake up, it's a fresh slate to do your best. And as long as you just don't harp again on the negatives, you'll be all right.
Yeah, 100%. And kind of last question, while you have done all of these things, a lot of people could be like, I'm content now. What is your why? Why do you keep going? Why do you keep doing what you're doing and do all these daily routines and travel and successful businesses? How do you keep growing, and why do you do it?
It's a good question, but I mean, why not do it? Everything's at the fingertips. All the possibilities are here. So it's like, I'm going to show up and do what I can every day to make the most out of the day. And, if other people aren't showing up, you're just going to get further and further and further along ahead. So it's not a competition in that sense, but I'm just going to keep running at the speed I'm going and enjoying it.